Welcome to this update for Asia. So let's see what's going on in Asia. First here for India, we have this strong southwesterly monsoon here, bringing a lot of rain to the western coast of India, and it will continue in the next few days here, especially in the southwestern coasts. There's still by early next week some heavy rains there and continuing. So this is by Wednesday, still some heavy rains there, and by Thursday and more. So let's see some other areas here. So the time is below there, so it shows by Saturday some more storms in other areas of central India there. Sunday, Sunday, more scattered storms and rain. Monday, by Tuesday, some more heavy rains in northeastern India and northern India. Even shows a potential system there, but probably something weak. And then by Tuesday, more heavy rains there in Nepal, in those areas. Wednesday, some scattered rains. Thursday, Friday, some more heavy rains. And this is just a forecast. It will change. So always check your local weather service for day-to-day information. So let's see here. In the next 12 hours of rain accumulation, we have some in parts of central eastern India, more in parts of northern India, some, but especially in southwestern India there, and Sri Lanka too, especially southwestern Sri Lanka there. In the next 24 hours, some more in those areas there, more in southwestern India. In the next 3 days, it shows a lot for southwestern India there. The millimeters are up here, 122, 145, 150. A lot of rain there in southwestern India, and here in southwestern Sri Lanka too, more like 124 millimeters, and some in other areas of Sri Lanka there. Then also these areas of central India, it shows a lot too, like 100 and something for those areas. Let's see, Nepal in the next 5 days, some more. Northern India, northern Bangladesh, northeastern India in the next 3 days, so in other areas there. Now let's see next 5 days. So in the next 5 days, it shows a lot for those areas of northern Bangladesh and northeastern India, especially here in these areas of northeastern India. So I think this is not northeastern India still, or is it southern China? Yeah, in those areas there. So southern China and northeastern India, and even Bhutan there, some higher spots, almost to 150 millimeters. In Myanmar here, some areas with a lot of rain too in the next 5 days. More there, almost to 300 in some areas of northern Myanmar, and especially southern Burma here. We got almost 300 in some areas, 289 millimeters of accumulation, 100, like these areas of maybe western Thailand, but especially Myanmar here, southern Myanmar, like 327, 321 millimeters there of rain accumulation. More here, parts of Malaysia too, especially northwestern Malaysia there. And then this is still Thailand, I think, yes. Thailand here. Now this is Malaysia, like northwestern areas there, and southern Thailand here. So this is Thailand, especially these western coasts here of Thailand there. So let's see. In southern Thailand here in Cambodia it shows more. For the southwestern coast of Cambodia there, like 232 or something, 238. And then for southeastern Thailand here, it shows a lot for some areas there. And even southern Vietnam here, it shows a lot of rain in the next 5 days. More here in some other areas, but there's this other spot here in Laos and in northern Cambodia. Let's compare in the next 3 days to next 5 days. So look, next 5 days it jumps to a lot there, like 150, 172 in northern Cambodia, 155, 210 in like northeastern Thailand, Laos, 166, 203 in Laos there. So a lot of rain for those areas. More here in this island here of southern China, I think. I'm not sure. And then we'll check the rest of Asia soon. So let's just see how this rainfall might play out. So we got the tropical rains there, the showers and storms in Laos, in Cambodia, in Myanmar there, and India, I showed you already. And then Saturday here, Sunday, more in Malaysia, in parts of Indonesia, and more, and a little bit heavier in parts of Laos there. So let's see Cambodia too, especially northern and southern Cambodia. Thailand, let's see Laos a little bit more, Myanmar. Let's see here, and more. The tropical rains just continue there. So let's see here for Indonesia, really fast in the next 5 days. There's some higher spots here of rain for Guinea here, like 162 in some areas of Western Guinea here, and also in Papua Guinea, some really high spots of accumulation, like 123 and something. So for central Indonesia here, you'll be like most areas are around the 50 millimeters, 23, 43. It depends of the area. And some areas might get more, like these pink areas with up to 100 millimeters, 120 and something. So just be aware of the tropical rains. Stay safe from lightning and strong winds. And let's see with some other models for Southeastern Asia here. So wait, let's see. So that was the Euro, now the GFS here. So the GFS for India here has like almost to 400 millimeters in some areas of southwestern India, 300, 200 there. And then in Sri Lanka too, it has around 70 and 80. In southwestern India here, 150, 147, and it gets like higher in those spots there in the next 5 days. For central India too, some more, and the GFS is showing some more for Nepal there, and especially northeastern India here, around 148, and southwestern Bhutan and some other areas there. So for Myanmar, it's widely scattered around the 90 millimeters, some spots higher. And then here for southern Myanmar, the GFS is showing a lot there. Apparently it's showing up to 500 millimeters there. This is kind of crazy. The GFS might be a little bit exaggerating on this, but it's showing like 500 millimeters in some areas of Myanmar there in the next 5 days, 300, 200 and everything. So let's compare next 3 days to next 5 days, the next 24 hours to next 3 days to next 5 days. So in the next 5 days it shows more for southeastern Thailand here too, around 400, 300 in southern Cambodia, in more areas here. Dale. And then especially northern Cambodia too, around 230, and Laos as well. Let's see, further north in Laos we get some areas of 160 millimeters. In northern Vietnam too, a little bit more. And let's see, southern Vietnam too, more rain. And let's see now just another model here, the icon in the next 5 days. So for India there's still around 300 and 200 in Western India. Let's see, for Myanmar here, it has a little bit less, but it has more over water there. I don't know if this will be necessary too. I trust the euro more for this, but here you have from the icon. So let's see, around, it has some spots in Laos and Cambodia and Vietnam around 137, some areas here around 148. And let's see now for the rest of Asia from the euro here. Let's see. So first I'll show you the weather systems that we have, and then I'll show you the rain accumulation. So first here, a wide view of Asia here. We got kind of some storm systems in northern China and parts of Mongolia. All those storms in China there, and this big low pressure there. Apparently this is not tropical, but it's a powerful system there off the coast of Japan. There might be some gale warnings, a lot of marine warnings there, and some high waves too along the coast. So let's see, you have the time here, Friday, Saturday here. We get some more storms in China, more rain in South Korea for Saturday, it's showing. And then it continues into Japan by Saturday afternoon and night. More heavy rain parts of Japan. Sunday, some more rain South Korea there on Sunday. Some storms in northern China. More general storms there in China, so be aware. More rain by northern Japan by Sunday and Monday. Let's see here, Tuesday. More storms in China there. Southeastern Asia and everything. Then by Wednesday, still some storms in China in more areas. So let's see the rain accumulation for these areas now, and then we'll check the rest of Asia. So let's see. This is from the Euro first. First for southern China here, we have a lot of spots up to 90 millimeters and 80, 50 in the next 5 days. So here in some areas, but what's concerning is this general area that will be hit by most of the storms there. It goes like from 100 there and bumps up to 200 in these areas, and even 300 and 400 millimeters in some of these areas here in the next 5 days. So be aware, please. Sorry, I don't speak Chinese to explain this better, but I hope you stay safe from these storms. So let's see step by step. First, in the next 12 hours, it looks like this. Some areas there. Next 24 hours, a little bit more there in some other areas. And then next 3 days, a lot more for those areas because of the storms in some other areas. And next 5 days. So for northern China here in the next 5 days, it has a lot too, like 148, 150 in some areas. Southeastern Russia too might get more rain. And then for Japan here, we get some spots of 150 millimeters and more, but it's generally around 60, 50 millimeters in that area. Some higher spots there of 129, especially further north here, like 160, 115 millimeters. And it's showing for Tokyo here around 62 millimeters, but this might change, it's all a forecast. Then a little bit more for northern Japan here in some areas. So for these other areas of southern China here, I already showed you that when I was talking about those areas. There might be some there in Western China here, a little bit more in those areas. And then let's see. In Far Eastern Russia here, we might get some more rain in the next 5 days. And let's see the other models now. The GFS first for the next 5 days. So it has a lot for those same areas of China there, up to 100, 200, 242, 274, 200, 160. So a lot of rain for those areas. In Eastern China here, we might get into the 40s and 50s millimeters around Shanghai, and then some other areas here of 60, up to 100 in some other areas there. And let's see, more for southern China here, around the A is in the 60s millimeters, higher in those areas there, as I showed you, and some for parts of western China. For northern China here, it shows 100 and something there. For northeastern China and southern Russia, those areas of southern Russia there, or eastern Russia. So it's some from Mongolia too, northern Mongolia there. And for Japan, the GFS has like 140, 178, 148 for parts of those areas in western southern Japan there. Some areas here up to 124. It shows here for these areas even 150, 132 for some of these areas. For Tokyo, it's showing around 66 millimeters, and further north, a little bit more rain, especially in that northern tip. So let's see. So back to the Euro here to see Western Asia. So let's see. We have those bunch of systems in Russia there. We talked about in some of the Europe videos. And then Saturday here, it shows some rains in Pakistan, parts of Iran too, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, maybe some rains. Some scattered snows there in western China, and some rains and storms maybe. So Saturday, by Sunday or late Saturday, showing some more storms in Russia. Sunday, let's see. It shows more rains in Russia there by Sunday and Monday, especially by Monday. There's some heavy rains in those areas of Russia there. Let's see, Monday. Some more rains and storms scattered in some areas possible. On Tuesday, it shows more general rains in some areas of Russia there. Let's see. Shows this other system maybe there by Wednesday in parts of western Russia. So some more rains and storms. And let's see for southwestern Asia here in the Middle East. So Saturday shows maybe some snow and rains in some areas. Let's see. Sunday, more rains there in some areas. Northern Pakistan, parts of northern Afghanistan. Let's see. By Tuesday, Wednesday, not much else next week. Maybe some storms in some areas there. But let's see around the Middle East here. Not much. Maybe some storms Saturday around Azerbaijan in some areas there. Still by some showers, maybe storms by Sunday in some of those areas of Iran and other areas. And let's see, Monday, Tuesday, nothing big there. Just those other systems further north in the rains in India. So let's see. But a big topic in the Middle East are the high temperatures. So recently there were like 50, 51 Celsius in some areas there. So let's see the maximum temperatures for Saturday here. So it's around 49, 47 in most areas here. Dubai is actually doing good, around 36, but those further inland areas here around 47, 45, 47, 44, especially up here to 50 Celsius in some areas, 50, 50. So stay safe from this heat. I know this has been going on for some weeks now, but continue to stay cool and stay safe. And even some very high spots here, 47. Let's see the next few days. So the nighttime temperatures might look like this, a little cooler in some areas, but generally hot too. So Sunday, the max temperatures there, still hot. Monday, let's see, very hot still. Tuesday, especially there in Oman, Saudi Arabia, those areas further north. And even here, it's showing like 47, 43 in these parts of southern Iran, and even central Iran, some areas of 39 and something. So Tuesday here, it shows a little better in general. There are still many areas of 49, for 45, 49, but yeah, it's still hot. Never mind. So let's see. Wednesday, still hot. So even hotter in those areas further north. But the heat will just continue. It's normal there in that time of year, in this time of year. So let's see for Pakistan and India here, because it's literally boiling too. So Friday here. Let's see, for example, Saturday, what the highest temperatures on Saturday will be. So it isn't showing much here for Saturday. So apparently it's better. So the max temperatures here show like 40, 42 in some areas. But as you're going to Sunday, still hot there, only a little bit hotter. But then Sunday, Monday here, it shows even hotter on Monday for Pakistan, up to 47 in some areas. So I think it's generally better now, but this heat wave will start to build there next week. So be aware that way hotter temperatures are coming next week. So this is Tuesday, around 48 in some areas, 48, 49, let's see, 46 there, 48, very high in Pakistan and northwestern India. And by Wednesday here, let's see, we might get some very hot to 48, 49, 47. So just be aware next week in that region. Let's see here for southern India. Around the 30s, maybe the 4 is there, but it's generally good. So what else do we have here? We showed you the systems, but we didn't show you the rain accumulation for Western Europe. So it has a lot for Russia in the next 5 days, especially those other areas like northwest, north central there, these areas of Russia too. But take a look at these areas here, up to 154 in kind of these areas of southern Russia there. So be aware, around Azerbaijan and Iran, some rain accumulation too in the next 5 days. And in this general area here of Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Afghanistan, in these areas here, some generals with rain accumulations around the 20s and 30s millimeter and 40s in the next 5 days. So more for northern Russia there, some areas. And let's see, sort of like snowfall here. Apparently, I know it's summer, but these areas are so high in altitude that they still get snow. So it shows some snowfall in the next 5 days in parts of Tibet, parts of Tajikistan, Afghanistan. Mainly, this is mainly the mountains, like the high elevations, parts of Mongolia too, and northern Russia, because it's the Arctic there, of course, and some areas of eastern Russia too. So let's see here just some temperatures for some other areas. So around Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, around the third is there, even 4 in an area or two. Around Kazakhstan, third is high into the third is there during the hottest time of the day. But wait, let's see if this is actually the hottest time of the day or not. So here, this is the hottest time of the day, I think. So up to the 4 is there in Turkmenistan, some high third is in Uzbekistan, third is there, high third is in Kazakhstan, and there these areas here of the Gobi Desert, I think. And getting into the 4 is in some areas, and high into the third is here. So for China here, some areas further north, central, high into the 30s. These areas into the north a little bit cooler. Further south here into the low 30s. Taiwan in the 30s and 20s. Let's see. For the Philippines, normal tropical temperatures. In Myanmar, we might get high into the 30s in some areas there. Colder in Tibet, of course, in northern Russia. Some areas here into the 20s. And this is generally it, I think. Let's just see wind gusts, if there's anything significant. Let's see. This wide view here of Asia. We will check Southern Asia soon. So let's see. There's this big low pressure there. I'm impressed this is not a cyclone, a tropical cyclone. Actually, all storms with low pressures are cyclones, but most are not tropical. But I'll check there soon to make sure that's not anything tropical. But it's offshore now, and you head out to sea. So let's see. We get some stronger winds, not like today, in Mongolia, areas of northern China, some strong winds. And let's see. By tomorrow, maybe tomorrow morning, strong winds in northern China too. And let's see here, maybe by Saturday night, afternoon, some strong winds around Japan. This might affect the marine too, like some big waves and gale warnings. Let's see, by Sunday, some stronger winds in northern China, maybe. Let's see, in Russia there's some high winds around Sunday too, and Saturday maybe. And then let's see, for Western Asia here, some stronger winds on Sunday there around Kazakhstan and some other areas. But by Monday here, maybe some stronger winds around those areas there of Afghanistan and Iran, in Kazakhstan too, by Monday. And let's see here, Tuesday. By Tuesday, some scattered strong winds, maybe in Russia, Kazakhstan, some in China, and parts of Russia and Ukraine, and some areas there. Tuesday, let's see. Wednesday, some stronger winds in Kazakhstan and Russia because of that other system. Continuing to Wednesday there, some stronger winds, and then it's far out. So let's see for Southern Asia here. We still have these strong winds by the coast of Somalia there, and these areas of the Arabian Sea. I think this is normal. This time of year must be the southwesterly monsoon or something, because it's always strong there. So let's see, Saturday it continues strong in parts of Somalia there, and this other country here. I forgot the name, but let's see. Still some strong winds there. Even parts of the Bay of Bengal and Sri Lanka, maybe some occasional gustier winds. Let's see, in the Arabian Sea, stronger winds, of course. Even parts there of the southern Indian Ocean, near Madagascar, and some gustier winds occasionally in parts of Kenya, Ethiopia, and some other areas. And let's see, Monday here, some stronger winds in the Bay of Bengal, maybe, in those other islands there, the Nicobar and Andaman Islands. Let's see, still some stronger winds in the Arabian Sea. By Tuesday, southern India, possible a little bit stronger, occasionally some other areas. by Wednesday, still some strong winds there, and more. And let's see. And this is it, I think. So this is the big rainfall map for the next 5 days for all of Asia here. And 10 days is too far out, but I'll just show you a peek of it. But let's not worry about 10 days, just 5 days. So let's just see if there's something else important here. If not, this is it. There's this fog map, that's cool too. It shows some possible areas of fog. Let's see. This dust thing here, it shows where there's more dust in the air. And always be careful with air quality and low visibility around dust. There are the warnings here. Lots of warnings in Russia, like every day. They have a bunch of warnings there for like thunderstorm, temperature, wind. In Kazakhstan even more, like wildfire danger, thunderstorm, wind, temperature, and everything. In India here, of course, the heavy rain warnings there. Let's see, and even some scared thunderstorm advisories eventually. More thunderstorm advisories in central India. There are more warnings in India. It doesn't show up everything here. If you remember some past videos, I showed the other side there. In China, there are like 500 warnings per day for thunderstorms and temperature and everything. In Japan, some rain warnings for southern Japan. Of course, this will change with the new systems and everything. Some fog advisories too. Let's see. Some wind warnings for the Solomon Islands around there, near the coast of Australia too, in some areas. Some frost advisories in southern Australia, and more stuff scattered around. So this is it, I think. Stay safe. Let's just see these waves here, because of course they are higher where the winds are stronger. So some bigger waves in the Arabian Sea, near Japan, sometimes with these systems, Russia, and even in the South China Sea, it shows some stronger winds, because we are also monitoring for some possible development there in the next 10 days in the South China Sea, like tropical development. So let's see here some satellite. You can see the systems there, and this is not tropical because it doesn't have a warm core. The storms in China and everything. So let's just take a peek here at the cyclone forecast to see if they have anything big for the South China Sea. So let's see. Regions. Western Pacific. So this is the GFS. It has the storms in China, South Korea, and everything. And then by the South China Sea, there's some more moisture, but it isn't showing any cyclone developing there. It's just showing this one coming off of the tropics there, and maybe forming near the Philippines by June 28th there, and kind of affecting the Philippines there. So, but this is the GFS, and it can exaggerate far out. So, but the Euro kind of picks up a low pressure in that area there, and a lot of rain, but no compact cyclone too. So we will keep monitoring everything, and now stay safe. Bye.